I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand.
Busta Rhymes is straight up heated right now. Word is, he's allegedly threatening 50 Cent over some explosive footage that's about to be exposed in 50's upcoming Diddy documentary. This ain't just gossip. Insiders are saying it's about to get messy. Everyone knows 50's been stacking receipts on Diddy's wild party lifestyle for a while now. But what's got Busta panicking? Sources claim there's actual video of him getting real close with Diddy at one of those infamous events. And that's only the beginning. Just a few months back, Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, went public saying Busta's been into fun boys for years. And apparently, the nightlife crowd? They've been in on that secret. According to Big Homie CC, club promoters used to line up young men just to entertain Busta in VIP sections whenever he rolled through. It wasn't even hidden. Folks in the scene just knew the deal. But now, it's sounding like 50 might be holding the proof to all of it. Sources tied to the situation say there's shocking footage from one of Diddy's parties, and it allegedly shows Busta and Diddy in the middle of a full-blown wild session with multiple men, who are rumored to be adult workers hired by Diddy. This could blow the lid all the way off. But that's not all. It's getting even messier. Now, multiple men are coming forward, claiming Busta allegedly crossed the line with them too. They're saying that every time they ran into him, he was pressuring them to hit those wild Diddy-style parties with him. It's starting to look like Busta might be next in line for a full-blown expose. And with 50 Cent calling the shots on this Netflix doc, Busta's threats won't stop a thing. If anything, he just guaranteed himself a front row seat in 50's film, whether he likes it or not. So the question is, why's Busta bugging out now? What exactly does 50 have on him that's got him acting out like this? It's like he knows something big is about to drop and he can't control it anymore. Let's keep it real. With all the noise and serious claims surrounding Busta Rhymes lately, there was no way 50 was gonna sit this one out. Right before hitting the stage with Busta at the Humor and Harmony Comedy Fest, 50 was even joking behind the scenes that he had to be ready. Like Busta might show up Wilden in some unexpected outfit or energy. The tension? Through the roof. Remember that wild yellow outfit Busta rocked at the 1999 MTV VMAs? Yeah, 50 Cent definitely hasn't forgotten. He even clowned Busta by posting a throwback pic of that bright fit, joking, "Busta cannot wear this to Humor and Harmony. Busta, I don't care who made the outfit, you gotta pull up to Shreveport with some real drip." LL. Classic 50 move. But Busta wasn't about to stay quiet. He clapped back quick. He posted a savage AI-generated photo of 50 Cent looking all twisted and dropped a caption that said, "I keep telling y'all the blessings don't stop, so we ain't never gonna stop. I thought it was Father's Day, 50 Cent, and you out here looking like this? Don't let me find out this how you be in the mirror getting ready for Shreveport." That back and forth had fans thinking it was just friendly trolling at the time. But now, it ain't looking so playful anymore. Sources close to the situation are claiming 50 wasn't joking one bit. He's sitting on real footage that might show Busta in a wild scene with Diddy. And just when you thought things couldn't get messier, those old claims about Busta's VIP behavior are coming back with a vengeance. If you missed it, Busta's ex-bodyguard, Big Homie CC, sat down with the Art of Dialogue and dropped a bomb. He straight up called Busta a super zest monster and said Busta's been acting real questionable around young men for years. Allegedly, the VIP section wasn't just for chilling. It had its own secret show going down behind the curtains. According to Big Homie CC, this wasn't just some random gossip. He says it's been one of those industry open secrets for years, especially in the nightlife scene. Club promoters allegedly knew the deal every time Busta was booked for a party. The unspoken rule? Make sure his VIP was stocked with the right kind of entertainment. Big Homie even dropped a story about one wild night involving actor and model Don Benjamin and one of Don's friends, a gay man. And according to him, the moment Busta laid eyes on this guy, it was on. No hesitation. Big Homie says Busta instantly pulled the man into his VIP section like it was a mission. And here's the twist. Once he was in, Busta allegedly wouldn't let him leave. Big Homie said Busta was glued to this man all night, keeping him close, showing him off, and making it clear he wasn't going anywhere. But that wasn't just a one-time thing either. Big Homie claimed this kind of scene happened often. Promoters allegedly had a whole system down. Whenever Busta hit the club, they knew to round up the flyest dudes and send them straight to his corner. Once Busta locked in on someone, game over. He even claimed Busta kept calling that man cute all night long and made sure he stayed right by his side. VIP for Busta, according to these stories, came with very specific expectations. Now this is where things take an even wilder turn. Big Homie CC claims the industry's been aware of Busta's real preferences for over a decade. When asked why nobody ever called it out, his answer was blunt. Everybody wants to be in that VIP section with Busta. That access? Too valuable. So folks kept quiet. But then Big Homie dropped a major bomb that hasn't gotten nearly enough attention: Busta's alleged history of getting physical with women. And according to him, there might be something deeper behind that. Big Homie suggested that, like some men who live on the low, Busta could be carrying built-up resentment toward women, and that frustration might have come out in some ugly ways. That claim alone sent shockwaves. And if you're thinking this is just one ex-bodyguard trying to stir up drama for clicks, think again. It's not just him. A whole group of men has reportedly stepped forward, each with their own wild stories about Busta, and they're not holding back. Back in 2020, even a known social media personality named Trip came forward with some claims of his own. The pieces are starting to stack, and it's not looking good for Busta right now. Trip took to YouTube and dropped a story that raised eyebrows. He claimed Busta Rhymes tried to scoop him up in NYC while he was on his way to a Halloween party. First, Trip thought it was just some casual club invite, nothing major. Busta had personally invited him to the VIP, and it seemed like a regular night out until it wasn't. According to Trip, things took an unexpected turn real quick. Once he told his friend about the invite, it sparked a full-blown argument. His friend wasn't feeling the idea at all and warned him not to go anywhere near Busta's party. Whatever was going on behind those VIP ropes had folks seriously concerned. The argument between Trip and his friend got so intense, it turned into a straight-up fight. Trip was so rattled by the whole thing, he ended up ditching his club plans altogether. And to make it worse, his friend stormed off and left him stranded in the middle of New York City. But honestly, that might have been a blessing in disguise, 'cause who really knows what could have gone down if Trip had ended up in Busta's VIP that night. Fast forward to 2021, and the whispers started heating up again. Folks were saying Busta was back outside, allegedly still out here trying to link with men on the low. But this time, the buzz got louder because paparazzi reportedly caught him leaving a gay pride event with a trans woman in the car. That photo moment had the streets in a frenzy. And if that wasn't enough, things got even messier when Orlando Brown hopped back online and shook the internet again. He dropped wild claims, saying he'd hooked up with multiple major industry names, not just Diddy but Busta too, along with a whole list of others. Chaos just keeps stacking up. Now look, most people brush Orlando Brown off when he starts going off in his usual rants, but lately, in some of his newer interviews, he's actually coming across way more clear-headed. And if you really listen, some of what he's saying starts to sound way less random and way more real. Now, the idea of Busta possibly being on the down low is one thing, but what's really getting overlooked is his long-running habit of putting hands on people over the pettiest stuff. Just like Diddy, Busta's got a whole history of wild behavior that gets swept under the rug. Let's take it back to 2006. Busta's legal issues were already stacking up. Prosecutors even tried to hit him with a weapons charge after some random street run-in. And get this, according to Billboard, they claimed Busta had a whole machete stashed in his car. Who rides around like that? Then in 2007, Busta was right back in headlines. This time he got arrested on a misdemeanor after allegedly roughing up his own driver during a money argument. And yeah, he ended up pleading guilty to both cases. He got hit with 3 years probation, but that didn't stop the drama one bit. Chaos just kept following him. Back in 2009, the New York Post dropped another bombshell. Busta had to pay out a whopping $75,000 to a fan who claimed Busta went off the rails during a show. According to the lawsuit, the fan said all he did was try to leave Busta's performance early, and things spiraled out of control from there. Here's how it allegedly went down. The fan showed up hoping to catch Fabulous, but when Fab didn't perform, he decided to dip out while Busta was still on stage. That's when Busta snapped. Witnesses say he shouted, "Get down! I'm not good enough for you," before hurling 2 more water bottles at the guy. But it didn't end there. Busta allegedly told his bodyguard to punch the fan in the face. And that punch cost him $75,000. Knowing Busta's history of flying off the handle, it kinda makes sense why he's been tight with Diddy since way back in the 90s. Both have reputations for temper tantrums, but according to multiple sources, they allegedly share more than just anger issues. Rumors say both have a taste for much younger men. And let's be real, Busta's whole attitude during the Diddy scandal has been looking real suspicious. When those serious allegations against Diddy started making waves, Busta was one of the first to jump out and tell the public to hold off on judging. That alone had folks raising eyebrows. Like seriously, why would Busta even feel the need to speak up and tell people to mind their business unless he was low-key trying to defend someone? Especially when we're talking about DVSA allegations involving multiple alleged victims, including some younger ones. Telling folks to stay out of it? That's not just tone deaf, it makes him look real suspicious. But now look where we're at. Fast forward to today, and the Diddy scandal has officially blown up. We're talking federal raids, lawsuits piling up, and even a full-blown indictment. And suddenly, Busta's out here pretending like he barely knows Diddy. Looking brand new like the two of them were never tight. Come on now, Busta can dodge questions and play clueless all he wants, but the truth is, he won't be able to keep dodging for long. The streets are already buzzing, and word is 50 Cent's upcoming Diddy documentary is about to name names. And yes, Busta Rhymes is reportedly on that list. And let's not forget, if there's one thing we all know about 50, it's that he never lets stuff slide. He's one of the few rappers who straight up refused to party with Diddy back in the day. He saw the shady business behind the scenes early, and now he's ready to bring it all to light. See, the thing about 50 Cent? He's always moved with strategy. Just because he wasn't partying with Diddy doesn't mean he wasn't watching everything unfold. He's been peeping the game from the sidelines for years, silently taking mental notes on every rapper who said yes to Diddy's invites, and now 50's moment has finally arrived to air it all out. Sources are now saying this upcoming documentary isn't just a project. It's about to be the industry's worst nightmare. No one's safe. The stories that have been whispered in back rooms and studios for years are about to hit the public loud and clear. For the longest time, the streets have been buzzing about certain rappers who allegedly got down with Diddy in those behind-the-scenes parties. And according to insiders, Busta Rhymes' name is definitely on that list. The dots are connecting fast. Now, we still don't have a locked-in release date for 50's bombshell documentary, but what we do know is this: it's being cooked up by G-Unit Films and Television Incorporated, and if 50's behind it, you already know he's not holding anything back. And guess what? The documentary is set to drop on Netflix. Plus, it's being directed by none other than Alex Stapleton, an Emmy Award-winning filmmaker and executive producer. That means this ain't no low-budget YouTube drama. It's about to be high-quality, no-nonsense storytelling with real industry weight behind it. Now here's where things get extra messy. Word on the street is Busta already knows his name is about to be dragged into the spotlight. Sources close to him are saying he's been moving in the shadows, trying to pull strings and make calls behind the scenes. He's even allegedly tried warning 50 to leave his name out of the documentary. But let's be real, if you know anything about 50 Cent, then you already know that kind of move only fires him up more. The second someone tries to shut him down, 50 turns up the heat. He lives for proving a point, and if Busta's name is on that list, it's staying on there. No edits. No mercy. So the real question becomes, what's Busta so worried about?